We stopped beside the photo booth near the entrance to the station. The curtain swayed each time a train sent warm air through the hall. You found one coin inside your pocket, held it up like buried treasure. But when you tried to feed the slot, it slipped between your fingers. It hit the floor, spun in a circle, then rolled away before we moved. The coin rolled under the machine, just far enough to disappear. We knelt beside the photo booth, trying not to laugh too loud. The coin rolled under the machine, so close but never close enough. And all the people passing by started helping us look down. A woman pointed with her umbrella, a little boy lay on the tiles. You tried to reach it with a ticket, I used the corner of a map. Someone offered us a hairpin, someone else turned on a flashlight. The station guard came walking over, certain something must be wrong. The coin rolled under the machine, just far enough to disappear. We knelt beside the photo booth, trying not to laugh too loud. The coin rolled under the machine and gathered half the station there. Every stranger had a better plan for pulling it back out. Then the smallest hand among us reached beneath the silver frame. The little boy stood up smiling, with the coin between his fingers. You gave it to him for the trouble, but he shook his head and said, "You still need to take your picture." Then placed it in the slot himself. The coin came out from under the machine, and everyone began to cheer. Not loudly, just enough to make the whole station feel less strange. The curtain closed behind us, we were laughing when it flashed. So the only picture that we kept was both of us looking down. One lost coin, four small pictures, a station full of strangers. I borrowed one old paperback, the cover worn, the corners bent. He said it looked like someone else had loved it long before we did. When I turned another page, something quietly slipped away. A faded postcard hit the floor, with colors washed by yesterday. No address, no return, just a picture of the sea. There was a postcard in the library book, waiting where nobody could see. A little piece of someone else's summer, finding its way to you and me. There was a postcard in the library book, with the edges off from from time. We never knew who wrote the message, but somehow it still arrived. The picture showed a tiny harbor, fishing boats beneath the blue. On the back the writing wandered, like the waves were riding too. Wish you could have stayed till Friday. That was all we could make out. The rest had slowly disappeared, like footprints after clouds rolled out. There was a postcard in the library book, hidden for 100 readers more. Funny how the smallest accident can open up another door. There was a postcard in the library book, passed from hand to hand somehow. Maybe every quiet story leaves another one behind. You placed it back exactly where we found it, between the pages. Maybe tomorrow someone else will smile the way we did. There was a postcard in the library book, still traveling without a train, crossing years instead of miles, finding strangers just the same. There was a postcard in the library book that never asked for anything. Only one more pair of curious eyes on a quiet summer afternoon. We returned the book, the postcard stayed, waiting for the next reader. The lights came on without a warning, one by one around the square. Children pointed at the horses spinning slowly through the air. We bought the last 2 little tickets, folded neatly in your hand. The music started almost quietly, like it already knew our plans. Round and round, nice and slow, where we stop, nobody knows. One more turn, don't let it end just yet. One more song, we haven't heard the best one yet. Round we go, with the evening getting brighter. One more turn, just one more ride together. The painted lights were dancing softly on the mirrors made of gold. Every time we passed the entrance, everything looked new again. Someone waved from near the ticket booth, someone smiled and walked away. The sky was turning shades of blue that only summer seems to make. One more turn, don't let it end just yet. One more song, we haven't heard the best one yet. Round we go, with the evening getting brighter. One more turn, just one more ride together. The music faded, the horses slowed. Nobody hurried, nobody spoke. You looked back once, then smiled at me, like one more ride was all we'd need. One more turn, one more turn, just a little while. We found a wall of painted flowers, bright enough to stop us in the street. You handed me your little camera, then stepped back carefully. I counted 3 and pressed the button. You opened both your eyes too late. We checked the picture in the sunlight and laughed at your surprised face. We tried once more, then once again, but every perfect moment ended with you blinking. You blinked in every picture, every single summer frame. Just when all the light was perfect, you would close your eyes again. You blinked in every picture, so we stopped trying to get it right and kept the ones where we were laughing with your eyes closed in the light. We tried beneath the striped umbrella, then beside the fountain in the square. You promised you would keep them open, but the wind blew through your hair. One photo caught you turning sideways, one caught me looking at my shoe. The clearest one was slightly crooked, but somehow felt the most like you. You blinked in every picture, every single summer frame. Just when all the light was perfect, you would close your eyes again. You blinked in every picture, so we stopped trying to get it right and kept the ones where we were laughing with your eyes closed in the light. We could have taken 20 more and waited for the perfect view, but by then the sun was moving and the afternoon was too. So I set the camera on the railing and ran back before it flashed. You looked at me instead of forward, and that became the one we kept. You blinked in every picture, but I still remember every scene. The flowers wind in crooked shadows and the space between our smiles. You blinked in every picture, still the day came through somehow. Nothing looked the way we planned it, but it looks much better now. One blurry picture, both of us laughing, your eyes closed again. The rain began without a warning, soft at first, then all at once. You opened up the little umbrella and pulled me closer underneath. We tried to walk in perfect rhythm, but one of us was always wet. Your shoulder caught the rain beside me, so I reached up and held it next. You said, keep it. I said, no chance. So every corner changed our hands. The umbrella changed hands all the way across the town. You held it when the wind grew stronger, I held it when the rain came down. The umbrella changed hands till we forgot whose turn it was. Half of us stayed dry together, and somehow that was dry enough. We stop beneath the striped shop awning while the traffic blurred in silver lines. You shook the rain out from your jacket. I wiped the water from your glasses twice. The crosswalk light began to flicker, so we ran before it changed. The umbrella turned inside out once, then opened up the other way. The umbrella changed hands all the way across the town. You held it when the wind grew stronger. I held it when the rain came down. The umbrella changed hands till we forgot whose turn it was. Half of us stayed dry together, and somehow that was dry enough. At the station by the river, the rain was almost finished then. You tried to leave the umbrella with me. I placed it in your hands again. We stood there arguing so quietly. The ticket gate began to close. Then a stranger passed between us and said, "Why don't you both take it home?" The umbrella changed hands, but neither one of us let go. We carried it between our shoulders, walking slower than before. The umbrella changed hands under skies already turning blue. Maybe it was never meant for one of us. Maybe it belonged to two. The rain had stopped. We kept the umbrella open one more block. The little shop was almost closing when we stepped in from the heat. The fan above the empty counter moved the warm air lazily. We opened up the old white freezer and found one ice cream at the back. You reached for it, then saw me looking and quietly pulled your hand back. You said you'd take it. I said no, you. The shopkeeper smiled like she already knew. There was only one left in the freezer, and neither of us let the other choose. You pushed it closer, I moved it back, till we were laughing by the rack. There was only one left in the freezer on the hottest afternoon. So we broke it cleanly down the middle and made one summer treat for two. The chocolate cracked across the wrapper, a little crooked, not quite straight. Your half was clearly slightly bigger, but you switched them on the plate. We carried both pieces to the doorway where the evening breeze came through. Mine was melting on my fingers, yours was disappearing too. There was only one left in the freezer, and neither of us let the other choose. You pushed it closer, I moved it back, till we were laughing by the rack. There was only one left in the freezer on the hottest afternoon. So we broke it cleanly down the middle and made one summer treat for two. It wasn't really about the ice cream or who would get the final bite. It was the way you kept pretending that your smaller half was just right. Then when I looked away a moment, broke it once again between us, just the way we'd always planned. There was only one left in the freezer, but somehow there was more than enough. A little chocolate, a little laughter, and the quiet kind of love. There was only one left in the freezer. As the sky was turning blue, we could have wished there had been another, but one was perfect for us too. The wrapper was empty. Neither of us had eaten alone. We found the freezer near the back door and picked the brightest colors from the box. You chose orange, I took the blue one, and both of us went looking for the shade. The wrapper stuck against our fingers, the wooden sticks were colder than before. We sat beside the steps and tried to hurry, but summer reached them first. The popsicles melted too fast, running down our hands in the sun. We kept laughing, trying to catch it before the sweetest part was gone. The popsicles melted too fast, leaving little colors on our sleeves. We thought we had the whole afternoon, but summer moved quicker than we did. A drop of blue fell on the pavement, another landed somewhere near your shoe. You held yours higher like that helped it, then gave up and took another bite. The orange one leaned across the paper, mine was changing shape with every second. By the time we started keeping score, there was nothing left to count. The popsicles melted too fast, running down our hands in the sun. We kept laughing, trying to catch it before the sweetest part was gone. The popsicles melted too fast, turning every minute into color. We thought we had the whole afternoon, but summer moved quicker than we did. The shade kept shifting by the doorway, the boxes hung behind the wall. We could have gone inside for another, but we stayed where the warm air was. The sticks were drying on the railing, the wrappers folded underneath the cup. You said the blue one tasted better, I said the orange disappeared too soon. The light had softened near the garden, and cooler air moved through the leaves. We looked back once toward the freezer, then walked home with empty hands. The popsicles melted too fast, but the moment lasted longer. Bright colors fading in the sunlight, still somehow staying with us. The popsicles melted too fast and left the whole day feeling lighter. We thought we had the whole afternoon. Maybe we did. Two wooden sticks, a little color on our sleeves. We passed the bakery just after 7, when the sidewalks started losing all their heat. The door was open, warm light on the pavement, and something sweet was drifting down the street. You stopped before I even saw the window, where the final tray was cooling by the glass. We only meant to look for half a minute, but neither one of us kept walking past. There were 2 peach pastries on the counter, a little crooked, dusted white with sugar. You chose the one that looked slightly larger, then broke it neatly down the middle for us. We carried both halves toward the riverside, still warm beneath the paper in our hands. The breeze kept lifting up the folded corners, while sugar fell like sand across our laps. The bakery left the door open, so the evening wandered in. Warm bread meeting cooler air, where the quiet street began. The bakery left the door open, and we followed where it led, with summer moving through the trees and peach sugar on our hands. The river caught the lights from every window, small reflections stretching underneath the bridge. You saved the final bite until it cooled down, then offered me exactly half of it. The paper bag grew lighter as we walked home, the evening settling softly on the town. But every time the breeze came from behind us, that warm sweet smell would find us once again. The bakery left the door open, so the evening wandered through, past the tables, down the sidewalk, into everything we knew. The bakery left the door open, and the whole street seemed to change, just a little warmer near the corner, just a little cooler by the shade. The next night, when we passed the same old window, the door was closed, the lights were nearly gone. You looked at me and held up two small fingers, so we came back earlier the morning after. Oh, the bakery left the door open, and that was all it took. One warm pastry split between us, one more street we never rushed. The bakery left the door open, while the summer evenings stayed. We carried nothing home but folded paper and the sweetness of the day. The last light disappeared, the scent stayed one block longer. We saw them drifting past the bookstore, little circles shining in the sun. One floated low above the pavement, then another one. A child was standing near the corner, holding up a silver wand. But every bubble crossed the traffic like it knew where it belonged. You said, let's follow, so we did, past the benches, past the bridge. We followed the bubbles down the sidewalk, watching every color turn and fade. Some rose higher, some stayed near us, some disappeared before we reached the shade. We followed the bubbles through the city, with nowhere else we had to be. And every time one burst above us, another came softly on your shoulder and stayed there longer than we thought. You tried to turn your head to see it, then it vanished when you laughed. We crossed a narrow little courtyard where the laundry moved above. The bubbles slipped between the windows like tiny pieces of the sun. We followed the bubbles down the sidewalk, watching every color turn and fade. Some rose higher, some stayed near us, some disappeared before we reached the shade. We followed the bubbles through the city, past the places we already knew. But every street looked slightly different, with the sky reflected blue. The child turned down another corner and for a moment disappeared. We thought the little trail was over, then one bright bubble reappeared. It floated through the open garden and rested on a flower there. We both stood still and watched it trembling till it melted into air. We followed the bubbles down the sidewalk till the afternoon was almost gone. Every color lasted only seconds, but somehow stayed with us much longer. We followed the bubbles through the city, never asking where they'd lead. Sometimes the smallest thing can show you a place you never meant to see. The final bubble rose, we watched it disappear, then kept walking the same way. We rode until the sky turned softer, past the bridge and through the park. Your blue bicycle beside my silver, rolling home before the dark. We stopped beside a little coffee stand, bought 2 drinks to cool the heat, then reached into your pocket smiling, but the key was gone. One more pocket, one more bag, one more look, then we laughed. The bicycle had to stay tonight, locked beneath the maple tree. We searched the grass and checked the sidewalk, but the key refused to be seen. The bicycle had to stay tonight, so we walked instead of riding home. Funny how the longest way together never really feels that long. We asked the man who closed the cafe. He looked beneath the wooden chair. A little girl joined the treasure hunt, certain it was somewhere there. The evening breeze kept moving quietly, paper cups rolled down the lane. Someone found a bottle cap and cheered, but it wasn't what we needed. The bicycle had to stay tonight, waiting where we left it still, under little strings of cafe lights, quiet on the evening hill. The bicycle had to stay tonight, so the city slowed its pace. Every corner gave us one more story. Every street became a place. Then you stopped, you checked your jacket, the tiny pocket you never use. You held the key above your head. Neither of us could stop laughing. The bicycle came back home with us, rolling softly through the night. Funny how a little missing moment made the whole day feel just right. The bicycle came back home with us, past the river, through the trees. Sometimes all a summer memory needs is getting lost for just a little while. You rang the little bell. This time we didn't forget the key. We took the path beside the gardens, where the summer wind was running free. You held your hat with one hand loosely, while the other carried lemonade for me. You said the breeze felt almost perfect, then a stronger one came through. The ribbon lifted, the brim turned over, and your hat went flying out of view. Over the flowers, over the wall, you stood there laughing as I started to run. Your hat flew over the fence and landed where we couldn't reach, caught between the yellow roses and the branches of a peach tree. Your hat flew over the fence, so we searched for another way around. By the time we finally found it, we had walked through half the town. We tried the gate beside the fountain, but the little iron lock was closed. A gardener pointed toward an alley, then forgot which turning we should choose. We passed a yard with drying towels, a sleepy dog beneath a chair, then found the garden from behind us, with your hat still waiting there. Your hat flew over the fence and landed where we couldn't reach, caught between the yellow roses and the branches of a peach tree. Your hat flew over the fence, so we followed every narrow lane. Funny how a missing little hat can make the whole world feel brand new again. A small boy reached between the flowers and lifted it above his head. He bowed as if he'd saved a treasure, then placed it carefully back again. This time you tied the ribbon tighter, but the wind had one more plan. It lifted just enough to scare you, so you caught it with both hands. Your hat flew distance and carried us somewhere we'd never been. Past the gardens and the quiet houses, down a street we might not see again. Your hat flew over the fence, but we didn't mind the extra weight. Somewhere between losing it and finding it, we found the best part of the day. The wind kept blowing. You held your hat, I held the lemonade. You opened up the curtain and let the morning in. The buildings held the sunlight along their silver edges. You turned and asked me softly if I had somewhere to go. I looked outside a moment, then told you I did not know. The street below was waking, but neither of us moved. The room felt warm and quiet, and I was there with you. When the city woke up slow, I watched the sunlight reach the floor. Nothing needed our attention, nothing waited at the door. You were standing by the window with the daylight in your eyes, and I wish the morning gently would forget to pass us by. We made a simple breakfast and left the radio low. You poured another coffee, though the cup was nearly full. You talked about a small town you wanted us to see, a place beside the water where the days moved quietly. I said we could go someday when the weather stayed this clear. You smiled as though that someday was already drawing near. When the city woke up slow, I watched the sunlight reach the floor. Nothing needed our attention, nothing waited at the door. You were standing by the window with the daylight in your eyes, and I wish the morning gently would forget to pass us by. We walked along the side streets where the trees had started green. The cafes raised their awnings and the air was cool and clean. You stopped beside a flower shop and looked through every row. You chose the smallest white ones because you liked them most. I carried them beside you as we wandered through the square. The day felt almost weightless with your footsteps close to mine. I used to think that happiness would come from somewhere far, a distant road, a different life, a place beyond the stars. But maybe it is closer than I ever understood. A quiet room, an open street, a morning feeling good. would forget to pass us by. By noon the streets grew brighter and the traffic filled the road. We found a shaded table near the place we used to know. You set the flowers beside us in a glass the waiter brought, then looked at them in silence as though holding one small thought. I asked you what you wondered. You said nothing you could name, then reached across the table and rested your hand near mine. When the city woke up slow, I felt the whole world settle down. Every sound became much softer, every face became less distant. You were sitting there beside me, with the daylight growing warm, and I knew the simplest morning could become a place called home. Now whenever curtains open and the early light comes through, I remember how the city walked so slowly there with you. The movie ended just before sunset. Everyone was walking toward the stop. You looked up at the little countdown sign and smiled before it reached the top. The bus arrived exactly on the minute. Its doors were open for another breath. You nudged my shoulder, shook your head gently, and watched it disappear instead. You said, "It's still early," so we turned around. We missed the last bus on purpose, even though another one would come. Some days aren't meant for getting somewhere. Some days are only meant for us. We missed the last bus on purpose, walking streets we didn't need to know. Every corner found another story. Every sunset made us walk more slow. We crossed a bridge above the evening river. Someone played guitar beneath the trees. A little dog escaped its owner's blanket and ran in circles through the breeze. We bought one cold lemonade together, 2 paper straws inside the cup. You laughed because the ice kept floating every time I tried to pick it up. We missed the last bus on purpose. Every minute felt brand new. Street lights slowly filled the sidewalks, painting everything in gold and blue. We missed the last bus on purpose. No one asked us where we'd been. Summer kept the whole town waiting while the night came drifting in. Your phone said, "There's another bus." You put it back without a word. The quiet answered before we could. The bakery lights were almost fading. Someone stacked the chairs outside. The florist carried in the flowers. One last bicycle vehicle rolled by, then far away we heard an engine. Another bus was coming near. This time we waved and climbed aboard, still smiling from the walk we shared. We missed the last bus on purpose, not because we had to stay, but because the best summer memories never seem to hurry anyway. We missed the last bus on purpose, and somehow everything felt right. The town kept moving without waiting, while we carried one perfect summer night. The next bus arrived right on time. So did we. You were waiting near the corner where the sunlight touched the street, holding coffee in both hands and smiling when you noticed me. You said the day had felt too quiet, so we walked without a plan, past the shops and open windows, through the warmth across the town. We did not need a destination, we did not need to name the day. Every little step felt easy, with you walking close this way. I remember how the evening felt, soft and simple, calm and clear. Nothing in the world was changing, but I wanted you to stay near. I remember how the fading light rested gently on your face. Some days disappear behind us, but that one never left its place. We found a table by the river, where the trees leaned toward the blue. You spoke softly about the future and the things you hope to do. I watched the water moving slowly while you traced a circle on the glass. Neither one of us was hurried, neither one was looking back. There are moments that seem ordinary until they settle in the heart. Then a simple word or silence feels like something at the start. I remember how the evening felt, soft and simple, calm and clear. Nothing in the world was changing, but I wanted you to stay near. I remember how the fading light rested gently on your face. Some days disappear behind us, but that one never left its place. The streetlights slowly came between us as the sky became less blue. You pulled your sleeves around your fingers, and I gave my coat to you. We passed the station near the market, where the last train crossed the town. You looked at me and said the evening had gone by without a sound. I knew the day was nearly over, but I did not want to leave. There was something in your quiet smile that asked me to believe. Maybe love begins so softly that we do not see it grow, in a cup left on the table, in a road we choose to go. Maybe love is not a moment made for everyone to see. Maybe it is simply knowing you are where you wanna be. I had searched for something brighter, something certain, something new. Then I found the world felt steady every time I walked with you. I remember how the evening felt, soft and simple, calm and clear. Nothing in the world was changing, but I wanted you to stay near. I remember how the fading light rested gently on your face. Some days disappear behind us, but that one never left its place. Now the seasons keep on turning, and the street has changed somehow. There are different signs and windows than the ones we walked by then. Still, whenever light grows softer at the ending of the day, I can almost hear your footsteps moving gently through that place. I remember how the evening felt warm enough to slow the time. Every ordinary second felt like something made for us. I remember how you looked at me before we had to walk away. Some days disappear behind us, but that one chose to stay. So when the evening turns quiet and the city loses light, I still think of how you walk there, close beside me through the night. You were standing by the doorway with the morning on your face, holding 2 cups of coffee like you had been there all day. I asked you where you wanted to spend the afternoon. You said anywhere was fine as long as I came to. So we left without deciding which direction we would take. There was something in the silence that neither of us had to break. I don't need a perfect moment, I don't need a perfect view. Every place becomes familiar when I'm standing there with you. Even when the road is changing, even when the sky turns gray, there is something calm and certain in the way you choose to stay. We walked past the little houses near the edge of town. You stopped beside a garden where the leaves were hanging down. You told me about a summer when you were 17, and all the dreams you carried before you knew what they would mean. I listened as you spoke there, with your hands inside your coat. Some memories become clearer every time they're softly told. I don't need a perfect standing there with you, even when the road is changing, even when the sky turns gray. There is something calm and certain in the way you choose to stay. We found a quiet table in a cafe by the street. The room was nearly empty, except for you and me. You drew a line across the window where the glass had turned to mist, then looked at me and smiled like there was nothing we had missed. The hours moved around us, but we never checked the time. I could feel the day growing softer with your hand resting close to mine. I don't need a perfect moment, I don't need a perfect view. Every place becomes familiar when I'm standing there with you, even when the road is changing, even when the sky turns gray. There is something calm and certain in the way you choose to stay. Maybe love is not a promise spoken loudly in the dark. Maybe it is something quieter, it slowly finds the heart. Maybe it is being patient when the answers do not come. Maybe it is sharing silence and still feeling close to someone. I used to think that every feeling had to shine for all to see, but now I know the strongest ones can move more quietly. They live inside the smallest moments, in the things we always do, in the way the world feels steady whenever I am next to you. By evening we were walking back along the same old road. The houses lit their windows and the air was turning cold. You slipped your hand into mine as naturally as before, and suddenly the simple street felt different than before. We never tried to name it, we never tried to make it new, but every ordinary moment kept leading me to you. I don't need a perfect moment, I don't need a perfect view. Every place becomes familiar when I'm standing there with you, even when the years are changing, even when the seasons fade. There is something calm and certain in the way you choose to stay. I don't need a grand beginning, I don't need a grand beginning. I don't need a final sign, I only need the quiet feeling of your hand resting in mine. So when tomorrow comes too quickly and the day feels hard to move through, I will remember I am still here beside you. You called me from the corner cafe, said the afternoon felt too clear. I left my book beside the window and told you I would meet you there. You had your sunglasses above you and sunlight resting on your face. You said let's walk until we're tired, so we forgot about the day. There was no reason to be certain, no destination on our minds. We only followed quiet streets and let the city pass us by. I still remember the day we didn't plan, the open sky, the warmth upon your hand. found a garden by the station, hidden behind an iron gate. You stopped to watch the leaves above us moving slowly in the shade. We shared a sandwich from the market and sat beside a quiet wall. You told me how you used to wonder if growing up meant losing it all. I said that maybe growing older was learning what we wanted near. You looked at me without an answer, but somehow everything felt clear. I still remember the day we didn't plan. The open sky, the warmth upon your hands. Nothing important had to happen. Nothing was asking us to understand. We only walked beneath the summer light, talking until the afternoon became night. I didn't know a simple day could stay so clearly in my heart this way. The streets grew quieter after sunset. The windows turned to soft gold. You walked a little closer to me when evening started feeling cold. We passed the place where we first met once. You smiled before I said a word. It felt as though the whole day carried every small thing we had never heard. There are some moments that grow louder long after they have disappeared. Not because they changed the whole world, but because someone special was near. I used to think that memories needed a perfect place, a perfect time, but now I know they sometimes happen while no one notices the signs. A cup of coffee on a table, a shadow moving through the trees. The way you turned and looked beside you as though you wanted me to see that ordinary days can hold us more gently than the grandest plans, and love can enter without warning, then quietly remain. I still remember the day we didn't plan. The open sky, the warmth upon your hands. Nothing important had to happen. Nothing was asking us to understand. We only walked beneath the summer light, talking until the afternoon became night. I didn't know a simple day could stay so clearly in my heart this way. And now every time the season changes and warm air moves across the street, I think about that quiet garden and how you walk beside me. We never said the day was special, we never tried to make it last, but some days find a place within us before they ever become past. So when tomorrow feels uncertain and everything is moving fast, I'll remember the day we didn't plan, and how the simplest moments last. You were reading by the window with your coffee growing cold. Sunlight moved across the table like a story being told. I stood quietly beside you till you looked up with a smile. Then you closed the book between us and asked me to stay a while. Outside the street was waking, but the room was still and warm. There was nowhere we were needed, there was nothing we had planned. The morning found us there, with the light across the room, talking softly about nothing while the city came in bloom. The morning found us there, with no reason to move on, and I learned that being near you could make an ordinary day feel long. We walked down to the bakery where the windows held the sun. You chose something sweet for later, then decided on another one. We sat outside beneath the awning while the buses passed us by. You told me how the changing seasons always made you wonder why. I said maybe every season leaves certain person on your mind. The morning found us there, with the light across the room, talking softly about nothing while the city came in bloom. The morning found us there, with no reason to move on, and I learned that being near you could make an ordinary day feel long. We wandered through a quiet market where the flowers filled the air. You stopped beside the white ones and said they looked like summer there. I watched you hold a single blossom carefully between your hands. You smiled and placed it in my pocket like a secret without plans. Some gestures pass so quickly that the world does not take note. Still, the smallest acts of kindness are the ones we carry close. I used to wait for perfect moments, for a sign I could believe, something bright enough to tell me what the heart was meant to need. But love did not arrive like thunder. It did not ask the world to see. It came quietly through the morning and sat down next to me. It was in the way you listened, in the way you knew my name, in the way the room felt warmer every time you came. The morning found us there, with the light across the room, talking softly about nothing while the city came in bloom. The morning found us there, with no reason to move on, and I learned that being near you could make an ordinary day feel long. By the time we crossed the river, noon was resting on the town. You leaned against the railing and watched the sunlight moving down. You said the day felt almost endless, though the hours had passed so fast. I told you maybe days feel longer when we hope that they will last. You looked at me a moment, then turned slowly toward the view, and I knew the quiet answer was already there with you. The morning found us there, and it stayed inside my mind, in the windows, in the flowers, in the way your hand touched mine. The morning found us there, and the whole world softened through. I had never known a simple day could mean so much because of you. Now whenever light comes gently through the curtains near my chair, I remember how the morning found us quietly waiting there. We took the longer way around the corner, where every lawn was bright beneath the sun. A row of sprinklers crossed the narrow gardens, turning slowly, one by one. The water touched the edge of the pavement and then disappeared before our shoes came through. You watched the rhythm for a second and said, I think I know what we should do. When the sprinklers reached the sidewalk, we ran straight through the silver rain. Cool drops falling on our shoulders, then the sunlight dried them all again. Reached the sidewalk, every step fell into time. We kept moving with the water, crossing every shining line. One turned early, one turned slowly, 1 cent water farther than the rest. We try to judge the space between them, but the wind kept changing every guess. The houses stayed behind their curtains, while the gardens filled with moving light. By the time we reached the final corner, neither one of us was dry. When the sprinklers reached the sidewalk, we ran straight through the silver rain. Cool drops flashing in the sunlight, then the warm air found us once again. When the sprinklers reached the sidewalk, every step fell into time. We kept moving with the water, crossing every shining line. The street was quiet in the distance. The water counted out the beat. We slowed down just beyond the gardens, then heard another one across the street. The shadows stretched beneath the fences, and cooler air moved through the trees. We had almost reached the station when another sprinkler turned toward me. You stepped back, but not completely. I saw the water catch your sleeve. We stood there laughing by the crossing, with no good reason left to leave. When the sprinklers reached the sidewalk, we ran straight through the silver rain. Cool drops moving with the sunlight, making summer bright again. The sprinklers reached the sidewalk. We forgot the shortest way and followed every shining garden till the water turned away. The last sprinkler stopped. We kept walking with wet sleeves in the sun. We carried all the towels to the garden, while the pavement shimmered in the heat. You pinned the corners to the clothesline. I made sure every color had some space. The air was still for half a minute, then the branches started leaning west. One blue towel lifted like a sailboat and pulled the wooden peg out with the rest. Catch it before it flies, over the wall and out of sight, running barefoot through the grass, laughing as it gained some height. Before it flies, the wind is quicker every time. You take the left, I'll take the right. We'll bring it back before it flies. It crossed the chairs beside the table, then wrapped around the lemon tree. You almost had it by the corner till another breeze set it free. The white sheets feel like open windows, casting shadows on the ground. Every piece began to move together, like the whole backyard had found the sound. The line pulled tight, the branches swayed, the sunlight changed across the shade. We slowed down once, the wind did not. There it goes across the light. Catch it before it flies. Over the fence and down the drive, running circles through the shadows, trying not to lose the light. Oh, catch it before it flies. The wind is changing all the time. You take the left, I'll take the right. We'll bring it back before it flies. When the air finally settled, every towel was somewhere new. One was hanging from the railing, one was underneath your shoe. We stood there looking at the clothesline like we might begin again. Then the smallest breeze came through the garden and lifted one loose end. Catch it before it flies. Here it comes one final time, past the table, through the sunlight, turning blue against the sky. Catch it before it flies. We know exactly where it'll go. You take the left, I'll take the right. This time, woo, we caught it. Woo. The garden went quiet. We left the towels where they landed. The front door opened with the evening, and cooler air came down the hall. It lifted every page beside us and moved the shadows on the wall. You left the curtains wide behind you. The room began to breathe again. Outside, the pavement held the sunlight. Inside, the summer started changing. A little wind through the hallway, a little light across the floor. The kind of change you barely notice, but everything feels better than before. A little wind through the hallway, moving softly room to room. We let the windows stay wide open and gave the evening space to move. The glasses on the table shimmered as ice turned slowly in the lime. A distant radio was playing just underneath the traffic signs. You moved the chairs beside the doorway. I brought the cushions from inside. We watched the trees begin to flicker, silver green against the sky. A little wind through the hallway, a little light across the floor. The kind of change you barely notice, but everything feels better than before. Oh, a little wind through the hallway, carrying the day away. We let the windows stay wide open and watch the warmer air give way. Nothing had to happen, nothing had to start. The room just felt much lighter when the breeze moved through the dark. The city kept on turning beyond the window frame, but for a little while the whole pale blue in the glass. The curtain settled near the doorway. Each time the softer air came past. You said the room was finally cooler. I said the night had found its way. We left the front door open longer and let the quiet evening stay. A little wind through the hallway, oh, a little blue across the room, oh, the kind of change you barely notice, oh, until the whole day feels brand new. A little wind through the hallway, moving softly as it came. We let the windows stay wide open, and summer never felt the same. The lights came on, the window stayed open. The rain had left the tennis court shining with silver lines beneath the afternoon. We waited underneath the narrow awning, watching sunlight work its way across. You rolled a ball along the painted baseline. It stopped where all the water used to be. By 5 o'clock the surface had turned brighter, and you were already walking toward the net. The court was dry by 5, so we played until the daylight changed, sending every ball across and missing half the ones we chased. The court was dry by 5, cool air moving through the open gate. Nothing serious to win, just one more game before it got too late. Your first serve landed near the back fence. My return went somewhere through the trees. We kept the score for nearly 7 minutes, then forgot what it was supposed to be. The puddles waited just beyond the sidelines, reflecting every cloud that crossed the blue. Each time the breeze came through the wire fencing, the whole court felt a little cooler too. The court was dry by 5, so we played until the shadows grew, sending every ball across and laughing when they never made it through. The court was dry by 5, evening moving softly through the gate. Nothing serious to prove, just one more game before it got too late. The lights came on above the service line before either of us noticed it was dark. You found the final ball beside the benches and bounced it twice against the court. The court was dry by 5. Now the air was cooler than before. Every rally lasted longer. Every miss just made us play one more. The court was dry by 5, and the night arrived without a sound. We had stopped remembering the score, but kept the ball from touching down. The gate was nearly closing. You served once more. You called me just before noon, said let's go somewhere we don't know. So I left the windows open and let the warm air fill the road. You wore that faded blue jacket, though the day was far too bright. You laughed and said you liked the feeling of doing everything half right. We had no reason to hurry, no place we had to be. The whole day felt a little lighter with you sitting next to me. You make the world feel a little more like summer, a little more open, a little more blue. Every small moment turns into something whenever I spend it with you. You make the sunlight stay a little longer. You make the ordinary feel new. I never knew a day could feel this easy till I found one next to you. We stopped beside a quiet river, bought some peaches from a stand. You held one up against the sunlight, then passed it gently to my hand. There was music from the dashboard and dust was dancing in the air. You sang the words a little early, but somehow I liked them better there. We took the road beside the water and missed the turn we meant to take. But getting lost felt almost perfect with every little choice we made. You make the world feel a little more like summer, a little more open, a little more blue. Every small moment turns into something whenever I spend it with you. You make the sunlight stay a little longer. You make the ordinary feel new. I never knew a day could feel this easy till I found one next to you. A little warmer,
A little brighter,
a little closer to the sky,
a little slower,
a little kinder whenever you are by my side. By late afternoon, the shadows started stretching through the trees. You leaned your head against the window and let the sunlight touch your cheek. For a while we didn't say much, the road was enough to understand. Your fingers resting near the console, mine almost reaching for your hand. Maybe some things happen softly, so quietly we miss the start. A simple day, an open highway, and someone finding someone's heart.
to make the world feel a little more like summer.
A little more open, a little more blue. Every small moment turns into something whenever I spend it with you. Oh, you make the sunlight stay a little longer. You make the ordinary feel new. I never knew a day could feel this easy till I found one next to you. I don't need fireworks above us, I don't need a perfect scene. Just your laughter through the speakers and the road between the trees. Maybe years from now I wonder why that day still feels so clear. Maybe it was never summer, maybe it was having you near. You make the world feel a little more like summer, a little more open, a little more blue. Every with you. And when the season turns to autumn and the sky becomes less blue, I'll still remember how the whole world felt a little more like summer with you. You called me from the corner cafe, said the afternoon felt too clear. I left my book beside the window and told you I would meet you there. You had your sunglasses above you and sunlight resting on your face. You said let's walk until we're tired, so we forgot about the day. There was no reason to be certain, no destination on our minds. We only followed quiet streets and let the city pass us by. I still remember the day we didn't plan, the open sky, the warmth upon your hands. Nothing important had to happen, nothing was asking us to understand. We only walked beneath the summer light, talking until the afternoon became night. I didn't know a simple day could stay so clearly in my heart this way. We found a garden by the station, hidden behind an iron gate. You stopped to watch the leaves above us moving slowly in the shade. We shared a sandwich from the market and sat beside a quiet wall. You told me how you used to wonder if growing up meant losing it all. I said that maybe growing older was learning what we wanted near. You looked at me without an answer, but somehow everything felt clear. I still remember the day we didn't plan, the open sky, the warmth upon your hands. Nothing important had to happen, nothing was asking us to understand. We only walked beneath the summer light, talking until the afternoon became night. I didn't know a simple day could stay so clearly in my heart this way. The streets grew quieter after sunset, the windows turned to soft gold. You walked a little closer to me when evening started feeling cold. We passed the place where we first met once. You smiled before I said a word. It felt as though the whole day carried every small thing we had never heard. There are some moments that grow louder long after they have disappeared, not because they changed the whole world, but because someone special was near. I used to think that memories needed a perfect place, a perfect time, but now I know they sometimes happen while no one notices the signs. A cup of coffee on a table, a shadow moving through the trees, the way you turned and looked beside you as though you wanted me to see that ordinary days can hold us more gently than the grandest plans, and love can enter without warning, then quietly remain. I still remember the day we didn't plan, the open sky, the warmth upon your hands. Nothing important had to happen, nothing was asking us to understand. We only walked beneath the summer light, talking until the afternoon became night. I didn't know a simple day could stay so clearly in my heart this way. And now every time the season changes and warm air moves across the street, I think about that quiet garden and how you walk beside me. We never said the day was special, special. We never tried to make it last, but some days find a place within us before they ever become past. So when tomorrow feels uncertain and everything is moving fast, I'll remember the day we didn't plan, and how the simplest moments last. You showed up late with the sunlight caught in the sleeves of your shirt, laughing like nothing could reach us, like we had all of the world. The road was warm under our feet, the wind kept playing with your hair. You turned around for just a second, and somehow summer started there. We didn't need a perfect plan, we only followed where it led. Every little moment felt like something I would not forget. You look so beautiful that summer, standing where the blue met green, holding all the light around you like the brightest thing I'd seen. I can still hear your laughter floating through the open air. Maybe time kept moving forward, but a part of me stayed there. We bought cold drinks at the corner, then walked in till the sky turned gold. You told me stories about places you were still too young to know. A paper cup between your fingers, a faded map inside your hand. We missed the road we meant to follow, but neither one of us complained. The city slowly disappeared, the ocean came into our view. Every road felt wide and easy when I was walking next to you. You look so beautiful that summer, standing where the blue met green, holding all the light around you like the brightest thing I'd seen. I can still hear your laughter floating through the open air. Maybe time kept moving forward, but a part of me stayed there. In the warm wind, in the slow tide, in the way you smiled at me, in the long days, in the soft light. That is where you'll always be. There was music from a window, someone dancing down the street. You took my hand without a reason and pulled me closer to the beat. We didn't care who might be watching, we didn't try to get it right. You moved like every passing second was ours to keep for one more night. And even now when days are colder, I feel that season coming through. A little warmth across my shoulders, a little memory of you. You look so beautiful that summer, standing where the blue met green, holding all the light around you like the brightest thing I'd seen. I can still hear your laughter floating through the open air. Maybe time kept moving forward, but a part of me stayed there. Maybe we were never meant to hold a season in our hands. Maybe all the best things happened before we learned to understand. Still, whenever sunlight flickers on a window or a wall, I remember how you looked then, and I remember everything at all. You look so beautiful that summer, with the whole sky in your eyes. Every ordinary moment felt like something made to last. I can still hear your laughter like it never disappeared. Maybe summer moved on without us, but I keep that summer here. In the warm wind, in the slow tide, the blue beyond the trees. In the long days, in the soft light, you are still there next to me. Yeah. And when July comes around again, I know exactly where I'll be. Somewhere between the sea and sunlight, where your smile still stays with me. We heard the same song from an open doorway, drifting through the traffic in the afternoon. You knew the chorus before it even reached us. I caught the rhythm half a second after you. We kept walking past the crowded corner, while the bass line followed underneath our feet. By the time we reached the other side of town, it was playing from another balcony. Same song, different street, following us through the city heat. Every turn, every block, there it was again. Same song, different street, easy rhythm moving naturally. We didn't plan to sing along, but somewhere in the middle we knew every word. A bicycle passed with a speaker in the basket. Then a taxi played it waiting at the light. Someone at the market tapped it on the counter, like the whole town had the timing right. You changed one line and made it sound much better. I kept the wrong words just to make you laugh. The melody was simple enough to remember, but never landed quite where we expected that. Same song, different street, following us through the city heat. Every turn, every block, there it was again. Same song, different street, light enough to carry on the breeze. We didn't plan to sing along, but somewhere in the middle we knew every word. By early evening, every shop was closing, and the sidewalks finally started cooling down. The song had stopped, but neither one of us noticed. We were still keeping time across the town. Same song, different street, now the rhythm lives beneath our feet. Every turn, every block, we carry it again. Same song, different street, nothing complicated, nothing we need. We didn't plan to sing along, but somewhere in the middle it became our song. The music ended hours ago. We kept the rhythm. The ferry leaves at 4, don't miss it, don't miss it. 1 foot on the deck and the whole day feels different. Tickets folded in your back pocket, cold drink balanced in your hand. The engine wakes beneath the water. We pull away from where we stand. White lines breaking past the railing, sunlight flashing off the blue. You say something, but the wind takes half of it. I hear enough to laugh with you. Let it roll, let it ride, cool air coming from the other side. Let it roll, let it run, leave the heavy heat behind the sun. No need to hurry, we're already aboard. The ferry leaves at 4 and we're right on time. A little flag above us snapping, seagulls keeping up somehow. The city turns into a picture smaller than it looked before. Someone's hat lifts from the bench seat, 3 hands reach but yours gets there. You take a bow like you planned the whole thing, then nearly lose it to the air. Hold on, painted doors and bicycles. You point toward a narrow side street like you've already picked the road. But neither one of us starts moving when the ferry meets the land. For one more second, cool wind circles around the rail and through our hands. Let it roll, let it ride, take the long view from the other side. Let it run, keep the easy rhythm with the sun. We could step off or stay 1 minute more. The ferry leaves at 4, but the next one leaves at 5. You looked at the exit, then back at the water. 5? I nodded. 5. We took the path beside the gardens, where the summer wind was running free. You held your hat with one hand loosely, while the other carried lemonade for me. You said the breeze felt almost perfect, then a stronger one came through. The ribbon lifted, the brim turned over, and your hat went flying out of view. Over the flowers, over the wall, you stood there laughing as I started to run. Your hat flew over the fence and landed where we couldn't reach. Caught between the yellow roses and the branches of a peach tree. Your hat flew over the fence, so we searched for another way around. By the time we finally found it, we had walked through half the town. We tried the gate beside the fountain, but the little iron lock was closed. A gardener pointed toward an alley, then forgot which turning we should choose. We passed a yard with drying towels, a sleepy dog beneath the chair. Then found the garden from behind us, with your hat still waiting there. Your hat flew over the fence and landed where we couldn't reach. Caught between the yellow roses and the branches of a peach tree. Your hat flew over the fence, so we followed every narrow lane. Funny how a missing little hat can make the whole world feel brand new again. A small boy reached between the flowers and lifted it above his head. He bowed as if he'd saved a treasure, then placed it carefully back again. This time you tied the ribbon tighter, but the wind had one more plan. It lifted just enough to scare you, so you caught it with both hands. Your hat flew over the fence and carried us somewhere we'd never been. Past the gardens and the quiet houses, down a street we might not see again. Your hat flew over the fence, but we didn't mind the extra You opened up the curtain and let the morning in. The buildings held the sunlight along their silver edges. You turned and asked me softly if I had somewhere to go. I looked outside a moment, then told you I did not know. The street below was waking, but neither of us moved. The room felt warm and quiet, and I was there with you. When the city woke up slow, I watched the sunlight reach the floor. Nothing needed our attention, nothing waited at the door. You were standing by the window with the daylight in your eyes, and I wish the morning gently would forget to pass us by. We made a simple breakfast and left the radio low. You poured another coffee, though the cup was nearly full. You talked about a small town you wanted us to see, a place beside the water where the days moved quietly. I said we could go someday when the weather stayed this clear. You smiled as though that someday was already drawing near. When the city woke up slow, I watched the sunlight reach the floor. Nothing needed our attention, nothing waited at the door. You were standing by the window with the daylight in your eyes, and I wish the morning gently would forget to pass us by. We walked along the side streets where the trees had started green. The cafes raised their awnings and the air was cool and clean. You stopped beside a flower shop and looked through every row. You chose the smallest white ones because you liked them most. I carried them beside you as we wandered through the square. The day felt almost weightless with your footsteps close to mine. I used to think that happiness would come from somewhere far, a distant road, a different life, a place beyond the stars. But maybe it is closer than I ever understood. A quiet room, an open street, a morning feeling good. Maybe it is hearing your voice before the day, and knowing there's nowhere I would rather be today. When the city woke up slow, I watched the sunlight reach the floor. Nothing needed our attention, nothing waited at the door. You were standing by the window with the daylight in your eyes, and I wish the morning gently would forget to pass us by. By noon the streets grew brighter and the traffic filled the road. We found a shaded table near the place we used to know. You set the flowers beside us what you wondered. You said nothing you could name, then reached across the table and rested your hand near mine. When the city woke up slow, I felt the whole world settle down. Every sound became much softer, every face became less distant. You were sitting there beside me, with the daylight growing warm, and I knew the simplest morning could become a place called home. Now whenever curtains open and the early light comes through, I remember how the city walked so slow